the holidays can be fun, but also stressful, not just for us humans, but for our four-legged friends as well. And we've got your back this morning with things you should be doing this holiday season to make sure this time of year, well, to make it more comfortable for your pet. And joining me this morning is Richard and Vicki Horowitz. They are dog behavioral therapists and master trainers at Barkbusters. Thank you both for being here. We should mention Calvin is here too. He's down there. He's relaxing. Labradoodle. Well, he's relaxing. He will be partaking though in the interview. Yes. So obviously I just mentioned, you know, this time of year there's a lot of dangerous things for our pets, particularly our dogs. The first thing I want to talk about, decorations. We all have them out in our house. How do they pose a problem?
Well, the decorations, what we have to be careful of is poinsettias, which you have all the way around,
yes,
are poisonous types of plants for our dogs. We have to be careful of our trees. And we should make sure that when you have a tree that you tether it. You should have it attached either to a ceiling or to a wall so that it can't fall over. Decorations, we always suggest that you put less valuable decorations on the bottom, things that aren't going to break on the bottom. Keep your directions high up if you can. You have to worry about the water around the trees, and all those are poisonous. The water that's inside has chemicals sometimes in it. It could be stagnant. So a lot of the things you have to worry about around your tree.
As well as tinsel. If the dog eats tinsel, it can get into their intestines.
So sweeping up. And
the pine needles from the tree, clean them up on a daily basis because those can puncture their intestines as well.
So people need to obviously be paying attention to the decorations. Yes. We're talking about dogs, but also too with cats, people need to be careful as well because cats get up in the trees probably more easily than the dogs do. So we talked about decorations. Let's also talk about food this time of year. What food is really hazardous for the dog?
You want to stay away from fatty foods. Don't give them chicken bones or turkey bones, really bad. You know, we want to give them a little sweet potato, that's fine, it's healthy for them. Little pumpkin, not pumpkin pie filler, those types of things have too much sugar in it. But, you know, human food is really not good for our pets anyway.
No, it's not.
We feel guilty about it,
right?
But it's not healthy for them.
When they sit there with that face and look at you at the table, you just want to give them
something.
That's exactly you have to put your foot down, right? So food, also having guests over, that can, you know, a lot of anxiety, the doorbell ringing, people coming in, strangers. How do you handle that situation?
We usually recommend that you put a dog in another room or in a crate until the guests all arrive. And even before the guests come, we tell people to work their dogs. And what we mean by that is you can take a dog for a 2 or 3 mile walk or run them around in the yard and they're physically tired, but you also want to tire them out mentally by doing some quick exercises. Watch, Calvin, come. Calvin, sit. Calvin, come. Calvin, sit. Stay. Free. So they really have to think.
So just doing mental exercises like that.
It's just as important as physical exercise, and because then you really have a tired dog. And if you do this before people come, then the dog is going to be less reactive and excited when people come. The most difficult times for dogs is when people arrive and when they leave. Dogs don't like change, so if those are the times, you should probably put your dog in another room and let them regroup, and when everybody settles, then have them come into the picture, and before people leave, have them go into a different area.
All right, so good to know. So tire them out physically and mentally, and that'll help a little bit, because it makes them anxious, and it's not fair to them. All right, we have a little less than a minute left. The one thing I want to talk about, you know, people this time of year, they like to give puppies as a gift, and while it seems cute and adorable, obviously it can not be a good idea. Explain why.
Okay, it's not a good idea because people have to make the decision. It's a very big decision to have a pet in the house.
It's a big commitment.
It's a big responsibility. You also have to think about the kind of pet you're bringing into a house. If you're dealing with an older couple, a lot of times people get young puppies because they think it's good companions, not necessarily a good idea. So you really want to think about the type of pets. Maybe we can get on at another point and talk about the best kind of pet.
Selecting the right dog.
Kind of pet for each family. That would be a great thing to do. But it's really important that you don't think that that's an automatic gift. If you want to give them a gift, you give them a gift and you say, you know what, if you want to get a dog, get some dog training by Barkbusters or another, you know, that would be great. Or give them a collar and leash and say, if you're thinking about a pet, this is what you're going to need to have, and let them go pick their own pet out, because too many dogs end up going back to shelters and different agencies.
Or getting abandoned.
Or getting abandoned because people don't want this.
In the end, it's the puppy that ends up suffering. Unfortunately, it's a personal decision, so someone should be making that. You just shouldn't be giving them a box
as
with
a surprise,
as we see in the movie. So a lot of great information, a lot of things people can do to obviously keep their pets safe, obviously this holiday season.
And just be careful of candles.
Yes, candles too.
Really bad, whether you're celebrating Kwanzaa or Christmas or Hanukkah. Just be careful of the candles.
All right, just don't let them run rampant. Thank you both so much. We appreciate it. Yes, absolutely. All right, thank you very much, and happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you.